The leadership of the All Progressive Congress in Rivers State has called on the 27 members of the State House of Assembly loyal to the minister to immediately commence an impeachment process against Governor Simlaye Fubara. The APC Caretaker Committee Chairman, Tony Okocha, made the call at a news briefing in Port Harcourt on Tuesday. He said the governor has continued to disrespect President Bola Tinubu by refusing to implement all the 8-point peace agreement reached in Abuja on the political crisis in the state, to which he appended his signature. Reacting to this, the Rivers State government has lambasted the All Progressive Congress over its call on the State House of Assembly to immediately commence an impeachment process against the governor of the state, Simlaye Fubara. The state's Commissioner for Information and Communications, Joseph Johnson, noted that the 27 lawmakers in the State House of Assembly lacked the moral standing to impeach the sitting governor of the state. Let me start with you, Mr. Daniel Momo. What is your take on this issue going on in Rivers State right now?
Yes, this thing is just read out. They are laced with a lot of things. First, that was a directive. It was not a suggestion to the members of the Rivers State House of Assembly. Mm-hmm. And the directive is from the fact that the governor insulted the president by appending his signature to a political, my word, to a political resolution of a conflict in the state. You see, impeachment of a governor is a serious business. What you are saying is that the majority of persons in Rivers State who surrender their sovereignty to the governor to act on their behalf, and if you would impeach such a person, it is based on whether he insulted the governor. What are the constitutional infringements that he has done? That we now look at it and say, for example, that his being in office is detrimental to the state, and so warrant that an impeachment or impeaching the governor is so needed now. If you read from what, like you read from what Okocha is saying, is that because there was a political arrangement somewhere that the governor signed, and so that means that if it didn't go as planned, and so he'll be impeached. I think this is just a joke for me. Calling on the House to impeach him, for me it is a joke taken too far. First, what are the things that he has done constitutionally? That he has violated his oath of office. If you have an arrangement of a beer parlor somewhere where he promised you something and all of that, and that did not do, does that in any way say that he has soiled his hands? Or what has he done constitutionally that now warrant that we will now have to now say that the governor must be impeached? For me, that is just a directive to some boys that cannot go anywhere.
Now, if I may ask you, so far with how the governor has, conducted himself in the office so far, has he done anything, in your opinion, that is unconstitutional? Has he done anything against governance that might actually lead to impeachment proceedings?
I think Okocha would have helped us with that. He would have helped us. But what he did was that he directed the State House of Assembly. You have
actually analyzed
yes,
the reasons for Okocha again. I'm asking you.
No, nothing. I have not seen anything.
You've not seen anything?
I have not seen anything. Right. What are the things that he has done that has gone against his oath of office? List them. What are those things?
Okay.
And so, impeaching a governor is a serious business. It's not just someone sitting somewhere in an office or somewhere and feeling that because they have the State House of Assembly, and so they should go ahead and impeach the government. Or what? What are the things?
All right. Now, Barrister Hasims, what is your take on this back and forth between the APC to the State House of Assembly and then the governor's reply?
Well, first of all, before I delve into that particular matter, I want to ask those who are supporters of the governor of Rivers State, Sir Fubara, to please tell him to calm down and stop inciting and heating up the polity. The second question I want to ask is this, and why I'm asking him to calm down is this. If you notice for some time, there's been a semblance of peace and calm in the political firmament in Rivers State, at least for a month or thereabout. But this was broken some days ago when people from Bayelsa, a group from Bayelsa came to pay whether a courtesy visit or solidarity visit, etc., to the governor. And he came up again and raised the issue of the 8-point agenda with the president. You see, he keeps poo-pooing that particular agenda. See, I have said a number of times that nobody forced you to enter into that part of that agreement, like you said. And you said that signature is your signature. Why poo-poo the agreement you entered into, willy-nilly in the first instance on a daily basis? Each time people visit you, you must raise one thing that will create incitement and combust the political firmament in Rivers State. That is the reason why Okocha, Oppo, like himself, or like myself, we now come up and begin to say, okay, this man, I thought he has forgotten some of these things, but I never knew that he's still under his belly. So, it means that we have to call him to order with due respect, so that he does not hit up his system. Now, coming down to the issue of impeachment, Okocha could make a statement. Could be his opinion, it could be a directive, but I don't see it as a directive. Because Okocha, though is the critical chairman of APC River State, he does not have the premature authority to so direct members of the House of Assembly or of River State without taking or getting the backing for the national office of APC, the chairman of APC, and National Working Committee of APC. For those who know how parties operate, it is the National Working Committee. If the National Working Committee of APC had echoed Okocha's voice on impeachment, then I would have said, oh, they are giving a seal and stamp to it. But in this case, I will treat what he has said as an opinion of his. I have in several forums that I've been to, including this television. Last year, asked that President Muhammadu Buhari be impeached. That does not mean I'm giving a directive to the House of Assembly and House of Reps and Senators in Abuja, as the case may be. So I see that as the opinion. Whether the opinion is right or wrong, I think, in my own opinion, yes, it is. I will go. What are the ingredients of impeachment? Many people make this mistake that if a governor is to be impeached, it must be into what the Constitution says. But today, I'm going to let Nigerians know. Now, Section 188 of the 1999 Constitution is where the process of impeaching a governor is embedded. For clarity and for convenience, if I'm permitted, I will read the particular subsection I am trying to refer to on what the ingredients a governor, a president can commit to affirm gross misconduct. Now, if I go to that with your permission, now look at it. Can I do that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Because we like doing things with facts. Now, Section 188 sub 11. This is what he's saying. In this section, the governor can be impeached, president can be impeached on gross misconduct. What does gross misconduct means? The question is speaking to you people now. Means a grave violation or breach of the provisions of this Constitution or a misconduct of such nature as amount in the opinion of the House of Assembly. Let's concede. Let's even assume without conceding that the principal members are not whatever, or they are well constituted, and somebody is calling on them to impeach based on, what the advice Okocha gave. Now, gross misconduct according to the Constitution was explained because it was to cure a mischief rule which people have tapped into that has created miasma in the polity. And you look at it now, gross misconduct is means a grave violation or breach of the provision of the Constitution or a misconduct of such a nature as amount in the opinion in the House of Assembly to gross.
So means whatever the House of Assembly.
That is what the Constitution is saying in the opinion. So the House of Assembly can sit down and say, governor disrespected the Speaker. The House of Assembly can sit down and say, he disrespected the House of Assembly.
And they will call it gross
misconduct.
And
they can call it gross misconduct. That is what this section, subsection 11 of the 1999 Constitution is talking about. Because we are under civil democracy. We're under civil democracy. And we have agreed, even though our Constitution, people say is tattered. The Constitution is the ruler of a country. The Constitution is, in law, legal parlance, what we call font et origo. That is the source and origin of even the governor being there. The source and origin of the president, the source and origin of the law that we have today. So if it has stated this, in my own legal opinion, I am of the view, and I can argue this to the mountain tops, to say that the opinion of the House of Assembly can also constitute gross misconduct. I've seen the reason. Why did they remove Fayosha and the rest of them? They came with some reasons, and people said, look at Dariye. Look at Peter Obi. Why did they remove Peter Obi in Anambra State, although the court restored him? So when the process is done, it is late for you that has been removed to run to court, like the others have done. To not say that what I did not amount to gross misconduct, then the court can sit down and say, we are going to reverse that particular, decision of the House that they did in the Anambra, whatever. I rest my case for now, so that I'll allow my younger brother to have a bite at the cherry also.
Now, quick one. I'll ask you the same question that I asked Mr. Daniel Momo. In your opinion, so far, in the way the governor has conducted himself, would you say that he has done anything, according to the Constitution, that can be interpreted as gross misconduct by the State House of Assembly?
Yes, in my own opinion, yes, he has done so many. One, you cannot set your house on fire by yourself. We need a governor, we need a leader. One of the responsibilities of leadership and leaders all over the world is humility. Two is fair play. Fair play. Then, the other one, there are so many, but in this case, stand by your word. Stand by your word. If you go, because an accountant general of any nature of a state, and a man who is so read sees a particular document, is learned. If he goes to court and say, I didn't sign, there's what we call a non-expertum. It's not my deed. He did not plead that. He consciously entered into the agreement and came out boldly to say, what would have vitiated that particular agreement is a contract between him and the president. So people say it's not legal, there's no problem. Most contracts, once two people tango, the law will take effect if we are to interpret it under the laws. So situations like this, when you enter into that particular agreement, and the agreement you entered and you say you're going to foster, and you have even implemented about 6 or 7 of those agreements, they are not coming to say that it's a political agreement, is this, they shouldn't think I'm weak. By that particular method, you are inciting your supporters. You are creating a rumpus in the polity. The Serengeti in Nigeria, we have poisonous air that can even erupt. Look at what is erupting right now. I cannot even move around and say my opinion. Some days ago, some simplified people could listen to me. But yesterday, I was almost beaten up as old as I am. The reason is because I aired my view. Why? Because the governor aired or created a miasma that led to people carrying machetes, imaginary machetes, walking around the street. A young man even came out and said, if they try it, people's blood will flow. That is a statement coming from him. Do you know what happens when you make a statement as a leader? When this man in Rwanda talking about, killing the cockroaches in 1994, that was what resulted in a genocide that took almost 500,000 lives. Because a leader spoke on radio and said, take away all the cockroaches. In Ogoniland where we are today, the reason why Kadisarawa was taken was said the vultures should be eliminated. And based on that, they went out and they were looking for enemies to kill. Young men, already yesterday I was there. I didn't go my car, a young man will have an argument, or not even a discourse, on one of your radios, sister radios. He normally take me to the station when I'm not driving and out. Yesterday, he refused taking me, driving me to a point where I can get a cab. So I felt so threatened. So why did this not happen? We are discussing because same Fubara has ignited a debate of schism and a volatile one. I'll rest again based on that.